to you in part by the Daily Iowan. This is KRUI, Iowa City.
It is noon in Iowa City. The weather outside is far from frightful, and for KRUI, I'm Jeremy Meyer.
And I'm Cassandra Santiago.
With it being partly cloudy and 57 degrees, here are your headlines for this Tuesday morning. The basement of the IMU is nearing completion. Iowa City will host 2 primetime football games this fall, and the first Chim Selfie.
Students can expect to utilize the ground floor in the Iowa Memorial Union sooner than they thought. The proposed opening date is set at June 1st, but an official grand opening will happen the first week of fall semester. Construction on the ground floor started soon after a huge flood destroyed most of the building in 2008. The cost for the entire project rang in at $21.6 million. The new space will host several shops, a food court, Hills Bank, and a chill space with plenty of televisions on the walls. A new student advisory committee plans to shine light on racial issues starting with an open forum. The UI President's Black Student Advisory Committee will host the forum tonight from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the Carver Hawkeye Arena. Its creation came after a Ku Klux Klan statue displayed on campus in December. The committee intends to serve as a bridge between the administration and Black students on campus. Its goal centers on expanding conversations about race and student inclusion.
An afternoon flight from Seattle to Los Angeles was grounded yesterday when, after being airborne for just 14 minutes, the Alaskan Airlines jet returned to the ground in Seattle, discovering the worker emerged from the plane's cargo hold. The man, unhurt from his terrifying tumble, says he fell asleep at the end of his 9.5-hour shift that began at 5 a.m. Monday morning. A member of the 4-person team, his 3 comrades say they noticed he was missing and didn't hear an answer when they shouted into the cargo hold after loading the plane's baggage. The airline spokesman says after being checked at the hospital and released, the worker passed a drug test. The plane eventually landed safely in L.A. over an hour behind schedule. And the Big Ten Network will feature the Iowa Hawkeyes twice in its primetime football broadcasting schedule. Head coach Kirk Ferentz will lead the Swarm onto the Kinnick Stadium turf for 2 night games this upcoming fall on September 19th against Pittsburgh and November 14th against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Kinnick Stadium last hosted a night game during the 2012 season against Penn State.
A nursing home in Garner, Iowa, housed Donna Lou Rayhans, who recently passed away after being diagnosed with severe Alzheimer's last year. Today, her husband and former Iowa State Representative Henry Rayhans is on trial for having sex with her. Rayhans faces a 3rd-degree felony sexual abuse charge after the accusation that he had sex with his wife in the nursing home on May 23, 2014. The charge stems from the belief that the consent of dementia patients is invalid. There are no signs of abuse or resistance complicating the case. The decision for Henry Rayhans to testify in court this week is still pending.
In Iran, President Hassan Rouhani ordered to halt most religious pilgrimages to Mecca and Saudi Arabia after 2 Iranian boys were sexually assaulted by Saudi airport officials last month. The travel ban bars Muslim observers partaking in Umrah, the voluntary journey to Mecca taken at any time during the year. It is unclear the ramifications the ban will have on the Hajj, the obligatory annual trek to the holy site to take place in September. Roughly 500,000 Iranians travel to Mecca each year.
Not even Seth MacFarlane can write a story like this one. A West Burlington police chief returned to work after a ruptured disc in his lower back paralyzed him last year. Although the feeling in his legs is still gone, Frank Newberry continues to make progress as a real-life Joe Swanson. Since his injury, Newberry learned to use a wheelchair, drive with the use of hand controls, and thanks to a community fundraiser, has a wheelchair-accessible home. Newberry says he owes it to his wife, family, and community to learn how to walk again.
Like a scene out of King Kong, a chimp in the Netherlands swatted down a friendly drone hovering over the primates. The Dutch say when the chimp noticed the drone filming for the zoo's TV show, it armed itself with a long stick to whack the buzzing bee from atop the tree. The zoo retrieved the video capturing the assault and the first reported chimp selfie.
Well, with temperatures hovering in the 60s today, shorts are optional around campus. That's all we have for your news at noon today. Be sure to check out our next KRUI News live at 5 tonight for news and awesome interviews. Sports is next. I'm Cassandra Santiago.
And I'm Jeremy Meyer. See ya.